Last vapes, brah.
Get it? Get it? Okay. I have a little bit of editing room.
Oh, you got so much editing room.
Yeah.
As long as we don't talk over each other, you can cut anything.
I was going to say.
I'm going to talk over everyone. Yeah. I'm ready.
Okay. Welcome to bonus commentary, the reboot
Yeah.
of a show nobody listened to, but, you know.
Dude, I love reboots.
We rebooted faster than a Spider-Man franchise.
Yes.
That is the joke. I'm running with it.
Oh.
I'm just going to keep going till my legs
There's
give
gonna
up
be
from
so
under.
many reboots. How many times do we have to watch this podcast die?
That could be my running joke. So just okay.
Just
But a few months, I'm gonna redo it all.
just like movie franchises, you just continue revamping and rebooting.
Yeah, until I get money.
Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah. I love it.
That works for podcasts, right?
Oh, you know.
Okay, who the hell are you two?
Okay. Well, hello. I'm Danny. I'm from different podcasts.
Yeah.
I'll let Fish introduce. Oh, well, there it is. Go ahead.
I'm Fish.
This is Fish.
I'm from a different podcast as well.
From different podcasts. The same, actually.
And I'm Derek, and I'm from this podcast.
Yes. I'm so excited. Everyone has been excited.
All 12 people in Lancaster.
Dude, my brother won't shut up about it. Like, he's like, when is bonus commentary coming back? And I'm like, when's the chit show coming back? So
Now we get to throw him under the bus. He's the one not doing the podcast. You've been called out.
Sadness. But yeah, what? This is the Working on It network, I think we
Yeah, you know, that's
discussed.
yeah.
It gets done when it's done.
Yeah. Frankly, we all have lives we have to live.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been crazy.
I think we're getting a little too serious here.
Oh, yeah.
This is just a movie podcast commentary. We don't really have any real reason to be making this kind of commentary.
For the love of movies.
I mean, we have that. Everybody has that, but like we aren't involved with the movie in any way.
Oh.
I don't think any of us have like any solid film backgrounds.
Well, I was in drama, Derek.
Drama.
I was in drama.
So no, we don't have any backgrounds.
That's as much as... Well, I mean, the one who does have some film experience that I know in my family is actually my brother. My brother Leo was in like Geppetto. He was one of the kids. No, I'm serious. Yeah, and he did some episodes for ER.
As like just an extra, or
he was like one of the sick kids in the actual episode. Yes. So that's...
Did you get to meet George Clooney?
I have no idea, but
did George Clooney replace his heart with a baked potato?
Oh my god!
Get ready for those, folks.
That's as much film experience as I have in my family. I don't have any film experience per se.
I might be the only one here with any kind of, I guess, anything, because I work doing DVD QC, so I see movies literally as my job.
Nice.
And
it always sounds fun.
You know, it always sounds fun. Every job always sounds fun, but that's the real. Well, honestly, I would not trade my job for anything right now. But you know, so this podcast kind of seemed like a no-brainer. You threw out the idea of, hey, we want to add more podcasts to the channel, and I was like, oh, I've got an idea. I do my job, but I won't get paid for it.
You're leading us into this world of movies.
We'll see. So I figured it would be a fun experiment to do a commentary or figure out what the average Joe thinks of every kind of movie.
Yeah.
I'd like to try and cover the gambit. But I figured since you guys were on a gaming podcast, it would make a lot of sense to do a video game movie. And we went through a couple of suggestions. Advent Children was on there, which was honestly one I was given serious consideration to. The Doom movie. And
all the
Uwe Ball movies. And I was like, I will not give that man any money.
Yeah, fuck that
which,
guy.
By the way, we didn't pirate any of these movies, we swear.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But we did eventually settle on a classic, a Jurassic classic, if you will.
Oh my gosh,
I'm so funny to me. We ended up settling on the Mario Brothers movie,
which is
I haven't seen this movie in at least 10 years. The last time I held it in my hands was in a plastic VHS tape.
Nice.
So we needed to watch this movie again. Well, needed is a strong word.
You know, we started with the good movies, suggesting the good ones, and then we kind of just trickled down to
the Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers.
You know, it's been done to death. I think this is a safe movie to start with.
Yeah.
My credit, I was voting for the World of Warcraft movie, but what are you gonna do?
We'll get to that one because I have many a thing to critique about that movie.
Oh yeah.
So this fun little piece came to us in 1993, starring, of course, Bob Hoskins as Mario,
I love the names.
Mario.
and John Leguizamo as Luigi Mario. And it follows them in what doesn't look anything like any given Mario game. Even you know, how many more years?
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's an interesting take, and I think we'll go down the list here. But there's some odd things that were actually taken away from this. Well, maybe not directly taken, but clearly somebody got inspired a little bit by the Mario movie, and we'll get to that a little later. So it's famously known that both John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins were stinking drunk the entire movie process.
I would be too.
Yeah, dude, they beat the crap out of these guys.
Oh,
They went through a lot. In this movie.
like even those scenes where they're totally safe, like they get the crap kicked out.
it's ridiculous.
It is entirely unfair. I can't.
I'm that is an entire fever dream.
Yeah,
of a movie.
Honestly, that is the best way to describe it.
I mean, most of those like late 80s, early 90s, like industrial settings, like just it's filthy and grimy. It's like RoboCop,
Fifth Element esque.
Yeah, but without all the future. You know, it's so like just dringy. It's weird. I don't know. It is like a fever dream.
Yeah,
definitely.
that is a very accurate term. So one of the many injuries noted is the fact that Bob Hoskins broke his finger in the van door, and they had to give him a cast that they painted pink.
Nice.
So for the rest of the feature. So if you have a sharp eye, you might catch the fact that he's wearing a cast the entire movie.
I guess I'll give it to him. I didn't see that.
Yeah, me.
Wow.
You know, that's another thing we'll cover here in a second is the practical effects were actually. I miss practical effects, and it's the Mario Brothers movie that made me remember that. Let's see. I'm going through the. Oh yeah. Who didn't know that the de-evolution gun was actually the Super Scope? Screw you, IMDb. You're helpless.
Nintendo, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. That movie went through a lot of phases. What bothered me, I thought it was watching Land Before Time. Before I realized I was actually watching the Mario movie, because those animations in the beginning are god awful.
Let's go ahead and jump right into it. There's that
so
opening
weird.
animation that looks like it's cell shaded.
It's weird.
But it's just 90s era CG.
No, yeah, it's gross. It's gross.
The dinosaurs are talking to each other. They have Brooklyn accents.
I remember I wanted to say something about that. I was like, why does this dinosaur sound like he's from Brooklyn? And then it's like, Brooklyn, 65 million years ago. And you're like, well, there we go.
The narrator, Dan Castellaneta, who you might recognize from Simpsons fame, and currently did the Umbrella Academy.
Did he?
Yeah, he was, I believe, Pogo.
Oh.
I still need to
My
confirm that.
Favorite monkey.
I mean, who doesn't like Pogo?
Yeah, he's cool.
He's a good boy. We also came across a couple of theories in this one. I thought was I felt like we might want to mention Daisy being dropped off in the very beginning is being dropped off basically by a clone of her future self. She's the princess.
Mm-hmm.
Is this Peach?
I guess that's where it's going, you know?
Do we have an actress for that lady?
I'm
Probably.
sure she's got an IMDb somewhere.
Yeah, she's probably got a name though, right?
No, it's the same actor.
Oh, is it?
I'm almost 100% sure it's the same actor. They just recycled her. as she's running through the streets in the spiky pads shoulders.
Yeah.
It's the same actress. It has
That's
to be.
so weird. It must be Peach.
That
right?
or there's a freaking clone of that same actress, and those guys are just very, very, very lucky.
That is so weird.
I don't know. It seems like they set us up for a sequel.
I mean,
but that will never come.
Yeah. You never know. Nintendo's coming around. They're like, hey, those Americans made that Castlevania series, and that shit was dope.
I don't think they would.
Oh, that's 100% what would happen. I'm genuinely... Nintendo, here's your window.
So the theory is Princess Peach is married to
The Mushroom King.
Mushroom King. Yeah.
And we'll... Spoilers. For
Oh,
a movie
sorry.
from 1993.
My bad. For people who haven't experienced the Mario series at all.
If you haven't just seen this movie, I recommend it at least once. It's kind of like watching The Room or something. It's just...
It's on that level now that I think of it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It is
I mean,
horrible cringy.
it's a fun
There's nothing
ride.
redeeming about it.
There's a couple of things. We'll get to that.
The effects were decent, and I'm sure were of the time.
How John Leguizamo climbed out of that shithole for his career. I don't know.
I mean...
Good for him.
Has
I guess.
he though? When did he play? What was it? Who's the
John-
Violator?
He did. I think that was 97.
Ah,
So
jeez.
this was 93. So that makes him a survivor. I mean, Bob Hoskins went on to have a career after this.
I think Mario Bros took like 10 years off his life.
Oh yeah, which is probably why he was
Sad.
taken from us so soon.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yep. What else do we have here? I mean, Dennis Hopper also still had a maybe not very thriving career, and he had some of the biggest stinker lines in the movie.
He was kind of awful in that.
Yeah,
That whole thing is just lines.
it's
Just like those punchlines, you know.
There's just a sequence where people are just literally yelling words at each other.
Mario, Luigi,
Jump,
jump.
Tower.
up,
I love
down.
It reminded me of Rocky Horror Picture Show
Yeah,
when
you
they're
started
all
singing
like
that after.
surrounded, yeah, and then they're like just saying their names, but it's like 5 minutes of them saying their names. It's the best.
And not too far. It was maybe like a 10-second sequence, but it felt like forever.
It did. It felt forever. It's freaking hilarious, dude.
Another interesting point of fact is they're driving around the city, and it's very clear that they have their color palette swapped. Like,
Yeah,
Luigi's wearing red and Mario's wearing green.
for 90% of the movie.
Yeah, and then well,
I
I mean, you're pulling from a Mario and Luigi specifically. I don't know. It's like they didn't know who the hell they were.
I'm willing to bet that is entirely what
I
happened.
don't think anything was written in the script until the end.
I don't have the fun facts in front of me, but I'm fairly certain this was not the original concept for the movie. It just happened to be that they had the writers had this script written, and somebody somewhere got a rewrite pen and just penned Mario, Luigi,
Oh no!
and then gave it to Nintendo, or maybe not even Nintendo. They just gave it to the producers, and the producers were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we'll make this kids movie. It'll be great."
yeah, I guess.
And that's why we have cars with sparks flying out of them that
Oh,
electrocute the
Lord.
raptors.
Yeah, it's
God.
weird.
So I'm reading this wiki page. I don't know how credible this is, but they're talking about Daisy's mother.
Okay.
Are
we not the first ones to come up with the peach theory?
Well, no. So let's see. She drops off Daisy.
There's an entire wiki page about this.
Oh
This
yes,
is amazing.
100%. And she's just called Daisy's mother, so she doesn't even have a name.
Okay.
So she drops her off at the doorstep. After she reaches the tunnel leading to Dinohattan, which is
Yes.
the name of this.
Dinohattan.
Daisy's mother encounters Koopa. He grabs her and demands a meteorite shard, but she frees herself and knocks over one of the support beams to attack him, but this results in the cave collapsing on her. 20 years later, Daisy and Luigi arrive in the tunnel, and Daisy shows Luigi the bones of a dinosaur that they found and notes the thumb-like bones that appear on the hands. The skeleton is really that of Daisy's mother, though both are unaware of this.
Oh, that's
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
that also brings up a interesting point, because later it's revealed that Daisy is part fungus.
Right.
Is she
shit.
also part dinosaur because she comes out of an egg?
I guess she would be mostly dinosaur. Yeah, maybe she's both.
She's the union of the two worlds. It was a arranged marriage.
Well, yeah, it's because it's King Mushroom and her mom,
Yeah.
The Mushroom
Who's a
Kingdom.
dino?
Yeah.
Dino
human.
Kingdom.
Dinoman.
She must have been. Yeah, she must have been Dinoman.
Jesus Christ.
This movie is deeper than we gave it credit for.
Yeah,
Guys.
we need to pay attention more.
Welcome to the Mario Deep Dive cast, everyone.
I don't even care about like sources or anything for that. I'm just gonna take it. That's canon, I guess.
I'm down.
Nobody's gonna dispute that.
I'd like to meet the 5 people in Lancaster that are going to listen to this and they're going to come to your doorstep.
5 people
Enraged.
in the world who are like, that's not how it happened.
I mean, I guess we don't look at this at a practical sense because it is a movie, just a weird movie. It is about a video, quote unquote, a video game.
Yeah.
It just bothered me. It's like Dinohattan, like the Statue of Liberty is there.
Yep.
And like it's supposed to be a separate dimension. Like
So
that's
that was
what bothered me.
You saw the globe, right?
that was actually
It was just a city, and then the rest was desert.
yeah, it's
the
all
whole
just
world
desert.
is desert.
That was actually a reference in the that was referenced in the IMDb is that when Bowser is going to collect Daisy's mother, he actually is like inspired by Manhattan to make the world in its image.
Oh wow.
So that's why we have the Statue of Liberty. That's why we have the towers and everything. He did that in 20 years. So say what you will about Koopa being a total bastard, which he is.
Yeah.
He got some industrialist in him.
Wow, what an amazing man.
Yeah, truly. You know,
I love this movie.
A vote for Koopa is the right vote.
Sensitive Koopa.
I guess that makes sense then. That's why everything is kind of a funky version of real world.
Yeah, there's like a full 30 minutes that were cut from the film that I guess explain things.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to explain 90% of this movie, but here we are
Yeah, I guess.
explaining it to you. What else do we have here? We are introduced to the nefarious and very popular Mario villain, the Scapelli brothers, who are plumbers and also like mad land property owners.
Yeah, like
Both.
construction guys.
And also thugs.
And also thugs.
They're everything.
That was a very interesting revelation.
just Bob Hoskins going, Scapelli.
Yeah. They played a small role too.
Yeah, I think he had like maybe 5. The main Scapelli brother had like 5 lines in
Yeah.
the entire movie, but they're meant to be this overarching threat that is the thing that propels them into Dinohattan.
It's their fault. Everything is the Scapelli brothers' fault.
You know, it's like
Those bastards.
the guy in Star Wars that didn't fire at the empty droid pod. You know, is the reason the rebellion took over.
Yep.
Scapelli. Without Scapelli,
No life forms aboard this time. So, wait, they exploded something?
they were clearing land. One.
Well, how did what's-her-name get to the normal dimension? Or, I guess she had the meteorite shard,
Yeah, she
right?
had the shard to pass through, but that also begs the question.
How did you...
We're begging questions of the Mario
We got
Brothers.
loopholes to fill here.
The Mario Brother, not the Mario Brothers. Excuse me.
mom.
We got. Well, actually, I'm going off on another tangent. Spike and Iggy.
How did they get through?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Apparently, like you can't pass. Like they were going through it in the very beginning of the movie, like it was just a rotating door.
Yeah.
And now, you know,
Maybe, I don't know. Oh my God. I can't
No.
believe I'm debating about this.
I mean, we're not debating.
Maybe while she was excavating around, like she was in the proximity of when the gate could open, so they got through. They were like, "Hey, we're
like
here."
a geofence, like
Yeah.
her Bluetooth was connected with the shard.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just weak enough.
Like, how did her mom get back?
Oh wait, no, hang on. She had the shard on, so that's how she was able to get through. But that doesn't explain how Mario and Luigi were able to do it later. Remember, she gets pulled through the rock wall.
Oh no,
'cause
but
she's got-
no,
I guess she,
Luigi
like,
grabs
charges
it.
it.
She's got her key fob on her neck. She
Yeah,
drives
it
to
was
the
like a
wall.
key
Yeah, but
fob,
Luigi grabs it from her neck, and he's like, "I
Yeah.
got a feeling." Like, ugh.
I mean, I guess it's a kids' movie, so like they're not going to decapitate Daisy in the very beginning of the
Yeah,
movie.
I
Have her
was
face
thinking about that.
stuck in
I was like,
stone.
she's about to get decapitated, like, but it never happened. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess not.
Maybe there's a grace period. Keeps you from
Timer.
keeps you from getting your head ripped
A
off.
20-year timer, maybe.
You got to worry about that tail, man.
God.
You got to worry about that dino tail getting chopped off.
God, this movie.
Yep. So, and that was just the Scapelli brothers.
Yeah,
Let's get to Mario's
They-
new girlfriend.
they
in
were there for like a split second, and that pipe burst. Like they were just like ting ting ting, and they were gone.
Oh yeah, no, they took right
like-
off those. the best part is you never actually see their faces, so chances are it was like 2 PAs that were like, "Oh, this is gonna be a big break where the Scapelli brothers running away in the tunnel sequence."
That's sad.
In the Mario Brothers movie, oh my god,
It's gonna be a big hit.
everybody's gonna see it. They're gonna remember the Scapelli brothers being the real scumbags. So we end up meeting Daisy. Linguizamo meets Daisy. I'm not even calling him Luigi. And Mario basically puppets him like a freaking mannequin to invite her to dinner. And we are introduced at that dinner sequence to the biggest question, one of the bigger questions in the movie. Who the hell is this other lady?
Bullshit.
Just his girlfriend, I guess.
Yeah.
Girlfriend. Weird.
Girlfriend number A.
Yeah.
You gotta have a girlfriend as a
I don't even remember her name.
Italian man.
Yeah,
in
I
New
just
York.
I just remember her being more Italian than the entire cast.
Oh,
Yes, he was mega Italian.
Super Italian.
Super Italian.
They only ate spaghetti, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what they all were eating.
Yeah.
For both scenes.
What a romantic food.
Yeah.
Gross.
I also wrote a note here for myself. How did Iggy and Spike make it through 1993 Brooklyn? Looking the way and acting the way they did in just one sequence where they're trying to abduct Daisy.
God.
He's like doing like the 20s like tiptoe, like he's got his arms up in the air.
When did Night of the Roxbury come out? Because that also, I got that kind of vibe from those guys.
I feel like 2000. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Don't
They were
fact-check
also
me.
kind of in the past.
Super Mario Bros. Inspiration for Night at the Roxbury.
You know, it's
God.
there's a couple of inspirations in here. Let me tell you. So I got a really bad one here. It's not even that funny, Derek. Come on. I wrote down that Brooklyn 1993 water causes you to hallucinate a hole in the. Basically, the whole rest of the movie is a drug trip because they go after the Daisy as she's being kidnapped, and they're running down this rock wall face, and there's water everywhere, and they keep getting splashed in the face with water.
See,
So
See, you
and
think-
like immediately, I think 1993 Brooklyn water, laced with LSD.
so that's when the movie actually starts, when they get soaked in water.
Oh no, both the Mario brothers die immediately. Like they
my
both
God.
fall in the water and
Yeah,
they
that-
drown in LSD.
Whole thing was just like the,
Just
the final moments as their life.
Yeah, they flash ahead of the future that could have been.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So we go through the rock wall. We're chasing after Daisy, and we are brought into Dino City,
Yes.
which is really fucking cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Like the cityscapes for this movie are spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Like as 30-year-old men going, "Oh God, it's the bomb bar!" And
Yeah, I like those signs.
They're kind of ham-fisted, I think.
They're a
but
little-
They work. Kind
yeah,
of.
yeah.
yeah, the city itself is actually pretty spectacular. I feel like we saw the same shot or the same set over and over again, just from
Yeah,
different
100%.
angles.
Hmm.
That little like plaza was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
It was like a mall, but outside.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably what happened. Is they found an abandoned mall and they just tore it apart and turned it into the Mario Brothers set for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like there are some redeeming qualities, and the practical effects in the movie are certainly one of them. The Goombas that were introduced later too. Yes,
Gross.
sigh-worthy, but holy crap, they're like the animatronics involved, and
Yeah, they were really neat.
yeah, they were fun to look at. And then we're introduced to the big dragon himself, Dennis Hopper, bathing his hands in water that turns into mud.
I think it was wax.
Yeah, it looked like wax.
Was it
He's,
wax?
Like waxing the dirt off his hands.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
He's such a germaphobe for some reason.
yeah, that's just the character arc they wanted to give him. Or
He totally did that.
100%. Dennis Hopper got on set one day and was just like, "Hey, I want to put a spin on this Koopa character." You know that
This
giant
Koopa
dragon.
character. Who's that guy? Who is he? I don't know who he is.
I think he's afraid of germs. Let's just run with that gag forever.
I looked it up. So 93, there had already been plenty of Mario games.
Right.
1990, Super Mario World came out for the Super Nintendo. So Mario is an established character.
Right.
There's an established world.
Yep.
I mean, he's not in Mushroom Kingdom in Super Mario World, but Yoshi's there.
Yeah.
Peach exists in some capacity. Like,
They have the same level of popularity, Daisy and Peach. Daisy being the first. Maybe that's why they added her.
That must have
Because
been
Daisy was the first princess to come out.
technically, yeah.
Technically.
Jumpman. Pauline, I actually think, was...
Yeah, I mean, when Super Mario Odyssey came out,
mhm.
you know, you have that conversation with Pauline.
Yeah.
And she's like, remember that one time where you saved me? And I was like, oh, okay, it's Pauline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Daisy and Peach came out at the same time, right?
Must have.
Maybe.
Wait a minute. Daisy's Super Mario World 2 on the Game Boy. I think.
Didn't play that one.
No, I did.
Didn't have a Game Boy.
I had that monster brick that required a small nuclear factory to power. And I love that thing. So it's announced that the Mario brothers have made their way into Dinohattan. And they immediately call for the plumber alert.
Oh my god.
Immediately, because this is a thing that happens so frequently in
Yeah, that's what I'm
Dinohattan.
thinking.
That they need to have a plumber alert on standby directly to the cops.
I was thinking, like, why have a plumber alert unless this has happened before? And so I'm, like, thinking, oh, it's a video game. Like, it probably resets. And then they just do it all of like, their own personal hell.
That's too much.
No,
Right?
That's too much credit for this.
I'm on board too. There might actually be proof of that. There's the very beginning when we're doing the pan of the Mario estate. I was gonna say just Mario,
Mm-hmm.
but I stuttered, so it became actually what it is. And there's a picture of Papa Mario on the wall underneath the set of plungers, which must smell like absolute shit.
Yeah, awful.
So maybe Papa Mario visited sometime in that 20 years.
It's a cycle.
You know, it could very well be. He ran out of one man's
Mario Jr. His
Baby
kids
Mario.
are gonna. Your kids are gonna fight Koopa's kids, and you're gonna do it for the rest of your life with the same princess because she doesn't age.
I don't like it. I don't like this theory. It's
Like,
weird.
Yeah, this theory doesn't hold up well in court.
Just a
So we run around Dinohattan for a little bit, and we eventually come across a street performer with a strange haircut that's in a swirl that we later find out is Toad.
Toad was interesting.
Yeah, Toad,
grunge Toad.
just like street performer. Like he's wearing like a sleeveless Dickies, or not Dickies,
Like Levi's.
yeah, like Levi's jacket. He's got pins on him. He's playing a guitar. He's singing about bringing down the establishment.
He's a freaking hippie, man. He's a hippie.
Mojo Nixon.
Please tell me that's the actor's name.
That's
His
the actor's name.
He's a hippie.
Yes, that makes this that. Actually, you know, we're gonna go ahead and call the podcast here because there's no way it's getting any better than Mojo Dixon.
He has not done much. All of his credits are performer.
Probably because he keeps screaming, "I was in the Mario Brothers movie."
Yeah, you probably heard of me.
So we eventually have the Mario Brothers picked up and then brought into the world of prison in the Mario world, which, you know, we never see again.
Yeah.
Which, you know, might be for a good thing because, oh my God, please tell me that was Mojo Dixon.
Mojo Dixon. Well, this is Dr. Demento.
Oh, bitchin'.
But he was on one of the albums.
Nice.
He plays a song called "Elvis Is Everywhere." I don't know if you've ever heard that. Sorry,
Shout out to Mojo Dixon.
I'm just hyped about this guy.
No, I don't blame you. The one takeaway. Also, another career to survive the Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
They just keep coming out. We didn't trust the fungus.
No, we didn't.
So
Spoilers.
we're run through, and Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo are subjected to basically on-screen torture. Like, I'm fairly certain they pour like CO2 directly into the crotch region, splash them with what looks like Gatorade, just start shoving them, and they have like live electric rods. They're poking them with.
Oh my God.
Just throwing them around.
That prison scene was ridiculous.
Oh God, I was genuinely worried for both actors.
That sucks.
And then we're brought to the de-evolution chamber, which is again another really cool prop. like the whole chair comes back. They probably had like 3 PAs like pulling it from underground.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big break, boys.
All right, time to lift him.
Bring him back. Okay, bring him forward.
Yeah.
Do it again.
The whole thing was pretty dope. It reminded me of I guess the Mystery Men. Did
I
you
remember Mystery Men. Yeah.
That whole weird machine.
Oh yeah.
It turns you inside out. That's right. What a movie.
That's another one we'll probably have to cover.
100%.
Let's see.
Have you seen that movie, Danny?
No.
No?
I gotta Google it. Maybe I have and I just forgot.
Ben Stiller mugging at a camera. That's his superpower. And Janine Garofalo. She's got a magical bowling
She's the
ball.
bowler.
Oh, I didn't used to call that Mystery Men. I used to call that Bootleg Heroes.
Bootleg heroes.
Yeah, because
Well,
like
you can't make up fake names for movies, Danny.
I didn't mean to. It was just like that's what I thought of it as.
Kel Mitchell.
Kel Mitchell.
Hank Azaria.
Someone had forks
Pee-wee.
or spoons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hank Azaria.
Hank
He was
Azaria.
the Blue Raja or something like that.
Yeah, it was
Sorry.
it was 100% the Blue Raja.
Yeah, I'm a Mystery Man.
Yeah.
You're a Mystery Man fanatic.
Dane Cook was in it for a quick second. Okay.
He's the waffler.
He's the waffler. Doug Jones was Pencilhead, and he had his son of Pencilhead.
Oh my god.
For another time.
Yeah, no, again, we'll have to come back to that. We're already at the 30-minute mark here, boys. There's a weird bit of continuity where some innate guard just gets knocked out by sludge on the floor. We couldn't quite figure that part out. I think it actually connects to the ending where, and they just cut that scene where like they just over de-evolve someone. Like that would have been nice to establish.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And folks, we are maybe like 15, 20 minutes after just seeing this movie. So
Yeah.
just remember how forgettable this movie is.
I don't know. Yeah, that slime was weird.
Yeah,
It was misplaced.
Yeah, it was like when spoilers they de-evolutionize Koopa
yeah, he's
to primordial ooze. Maybe that's just always there. They're
Yeah.
just constantly oozing people.
they're just terrible at their jobs. There were no janitors.
Yeah,
There are plumbers.
Is
There's
no
plumber
one
alert.
cleaning up? Like what happened?
I mean, we saw plenty of cars just slam into shit. So I also came up with a note. Goombas with flamethrowers is my new chiptune band
Goombas with
Nice.
flamethrowers.
because that was something special. I think it was just
But
the
were
concept.
they really flamethrowers or like fireball flingers?
I think that's what they were meant to be, fireball flingers.
Mhm.
They just
They
couldn't
had
draw that every time, so it was
They
just
Hmm.
it was like they were flinging fireballs, but you really just saw the flames shoot out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just in quick succession.
Yeah.
That was-
Crazy.
It's probably expensive.
I imagine like just propane alone.
They were pretty dope.
Yeah, they were fun. And I'm fairly certain hang on. We end up going into a car chase sequence through like, as Fish points out, like a atypical car chase sequence. There's rainy water, there's tall buildings, there's neon lights everywhere.
Mhm.
This is
Sparks
just like
flying.
80s, 90s Manhattan kind of
Meanwhile,
chain link fences.
a
you know?
very young Michael Bay is just masturbating heavily.
Yeah.
Sparks everywhere.
They end up using a GPS and take like the wrong directions, which, hey, we think the Mario Brothers movie may have predicted GPS.
I'm pretty sure GPS has been around since then, but not in that capacity.
Yeah.
Not like a fucking TomTom.
Yeah.
You know.
We didn't look too far into that. Let's see. You know, again, with the practical effects just actually being really damn good. Like, it was just another note. It was just, this was fucking dope.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah. We eventually get Daisy. We get back on Daisy here in a sec. And we have we have an introduction of a character beloved by all and is brand new. Is Yoshi. Who looks like he just wandered off another 90s dinosaur movie.
Which came out the same year,
Yeah. 92, I found
93. I
Was
looked
it
it up.
93?
I
don't
put
know.
1993 movies.
Yeah.
And then
Jurassic
it came
Park.
out.
I actually saw both in theaters.
Toy
That's-
Story was 92.
That's how.
apologize.
I think that was.
95?
I think 95 was probably more on the button.
1992.
Oh, my fucking years? I was 3.
Did you watch Jurassic Park first and then hopped into the next theater? The same day, like
Okay,
to watch Mario.
I'll be perfectly honest. I don't know. I'm going to say I didn't see them on the same day. That much I know. But I did see. I'm going to go ahead and say that I saw the Mario Brothers movie first. And my mom brought me to that one, and my dad brought me to Jurassic Park, and he was really upset with me when I closed my eyes during like the part where the T-Rex is T-Rex is getting torn into by the raptors, because I was really upset.
Especially like when like you see Yoshi and you connect with him, and then in the second Super Mario Brothers 2, he's eating pterodactyls.
Exactly, and
because Jurassic Park is just Super Mario Brothers 2.
Basically, yeah, it's the sequel we never got.
They succeeded in merging the dimensions.
Can we also talk about how rapey Koopa is in this particular sequence? There's just...
He's creepy as hell.
There's a lot of verbiage that's used.
And his tongue.
Yeah, the words I think are the worst part.
Yeah, and I mean...
You can be suggestive and like make it creepy, but not like... When you add the words, it becomes like this weird, creepy, sexual thing.
Yeah, it was super uncomfortable. Dennis Hopper, making just some words be really, really uncomfortable. I mean,
good for him.
Yeah,
Mr. fucking weirdo.
Threatened to rape, threatened to rape Daisy.
Which is bad. Don't do that.
Yeah, no, don't do that, kids. We are later brought to the Boom Boom Bar so we can get the meteorite off of a particular named character, or Big Bertha.
Yeah.
Big Bertha.
Big Bertha. And I'm just curious what the hell... I mean, they knew when they wrote this that this was going to be the Mario Brothers movie. This is obviously going to be targeted to kids. Why is the song that they walk into is Love is the Drug?
There's a lot of weird shit going on in that bar.
It was the 90s, man.
People smoking cigarettes, drinking, drinking dinosaurs.
Yeah, drinking other dinosaurs that just scream as you consume them.
That's another thing. This is for kids. Like,
very scantily
You know how many
clad.
woman legs I saw just like there?
Yeah, just straight up booty shots.
Yeah, and just like when they're in the police station when they're getting booked.
Yeah.
And the police guy has like a woman just foot rubbing his back.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest thing on the planet. Kids movie.
93. They'll be fine.
Boom Boom Bar. Bomb Bomb Bar?
Okay, so we still couldn't decide because the guy who said it is like, he kind of says it with a slur.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't tell if he says the bomb bar or if he says the Boom Boom Bar or if it's just a bad script translation.
Yeah.
I think it might be that.
Yeah.
I think he just read it wrong and they never fixed it.
Yeah.
Because I swear to God, they say ba-bomb a million times towards the end of the movie.
Of course.
Yeah. So it exists. The word exists.
Yeah. They know. There are at least extras that know how to say the word.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ba-bomb.
Big Bertha is actually a giant Cheep, but in this version, she is a woman wearing red and is covered in spikes.
With the same spikes as Princess Daisy's mom. Yeah. Connections. I'm sorry.
That's why she helps.
Keep going.
It's not the tango they do that is really uncomfortable.
Everything's pointy in Dinohattan.
All the spikes.
Oh yeah, the dance scene.
V's.
The dance scene. Open the door. Get on the floor.
That was funny. I like that dance scene.
Tell me, I mean,
there's no
fitting song. That was another effect too. Is that weird dancing?
Yeah, they all spin their heads a little bit.
It's all creepy and like.
It's funny because I remember that very vividly as a kid, and I don't remember seeing it again until like late '90s in like horror movies. So even as a young child, I remember feeling justified, and I was a little terrified by this one shaky-headed sequence.
Disturbing.
It's pretty creepy.
We are then later introduced to the Mushroom King, who is basically just a giant wall of snot that looks something very akin to Last of Us.
It's like melted cheese to me.
Melted cheese, just a dropping, descending testicle.
Gross.
Yes. It's like Spaceballs, too. Like, we're connecting all these movies. It's like Pizza the Hut. That's what I was thinking.
He's
just a little bit of pepperoni slides down.
Yeah. It was gross. Most of these effects are like very impressive, but they're
amazing.
Like, gross to look at.
Yeah, 100%.
The practical effects. The guys who did that were the heroes of the movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up the name of that so I can give them a shout out.
The Thing or something.
And then we're brought in after Koopa is shit talking the Mushroom King. and he's we see him later in the security room. He's just ordering a fucking pizza, and then that's what scene ends.
That's called character development.
I think it's called a waste of film. We've got 30 minutes of cut footage, and that's what made it in.
Oh my god, that makes me so excited to watch the cut footage.
It gives me the idea though to make my own rendition of a Koopa special.
Oh yeah,
as like a pizza.
God. How are you gonna make it? It's got pterodactyl and shit on it.
Freaking like Wagyu.
All right, we'll get Tracer in here.
You're gonna make Wagyu
And, like,
on a pizza?
Sausage. Yeah, dude, whatever.
The hell's Wagyu?
It's like a very fancy steak.
Okay.
And he's gonna put it on a pizza.
Dope.
It's going to be the Koopa special.
All right, well, that'll be the next podcast where Danny goes ahead and takes us through a step-by-step process of making Koopa's pizza.
Here I
It's a
go.
$1 million pizza.
Let's see, what do we have here? It's kind of come to my attention, apparently, at this point in my notes, that Luigi suddenly has the power of MacGuffins on his side. If he has he has a sixth sense about it, he's just gonna go ahead and do it, and the plot just says, "Okay, fine, go for it."
Mm-hmm.
That Luigi attitude didn't survive
No,
later on in the universe.
no,
Because Luigi and every other, he's just a skatey cat.
yeah, he's just a silly sissy boy.
Yeah.
It's weird because he was wearing red throughout the entire movie, and
Yeah.
that's when he was the most
And then
rambunctious, and then he switched colors, and
hey, he got the Goombas to dance.
he got the Goombas to dance.
He jumped on the hook.
He jumped on the hook when he was wearing it.
It's just it's not right.
No.
It's not right.
I also going down my notes again. I just have a line of no, seriously, who the hell's Lena? Lena's the love interest of Koopa, but she's just kind of like from out of nowhere. Again, a very beloved character that nobody knows who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Is she really a beloved character?
No,
Oh, okay, good.
She's just kind of a plot device.
she really is though. Like even still, like it's a bad plot device. She merges the dimensions for like a grand total of 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it's immediately.
Yeah. I think
it's
she was just
neutralized.
another hand to pass the rock on to,
I guess.
instead of it just going back and forth.
Yeah. I don't know, because she has all these plot holes for her own story.
Yeah, she knows who Daisy is.
She's like the right-hand man of Koopa, I guess.
I think we have a Jamie Lannister thing going on here where she was like the right hand of the Mushroom King. And then like because she obviously knows
who Daisy is.
Yeah, she remembers Daisy's mother having her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of about it.
Is it sidebar?
Sidebar.
But is it like visual effects?
I think so. Yeah, I think that would be the practical effects at the time.
Continue.
You're looking it up for
I'm
me?
looking it up, but there's like
you're the
40
hero.
people who worked in visual effects. 50 people.
You know, we might not be able to name all of them, but if you guys are, if you're the one of the 5 people.
Shout out to Michael S. Pryor.
Hey.
Visual effects department.
Dope.
Good job, man. And
Seriously.
Lisa Foster.
And that's where it ends. No one else. All 50 other people.
Yeah.
Lost to the wind.
Look it up yourselves.
Bonus commentary, bringing you all the facts.
You made fungus look really gross.
Yes, you did. And you made those Goombas look damn lovable.
I should look at just the person who made the fungus.
Yeah, is there like a fungus operator?
Fungus manager.
Let's say there's that very strange sequence where Luigi tells Mario that he needs to believe, just jump, and he ends up just flying middle of the air. Yeah, you guys forgot about this scene. Lord knows I did. And Mario was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna finally start trusting you, Luigi. Immediately a mistake, because he jumps and falls down a giant shaft and is caught by the power of the fungus.
Power of the fungus.
Trust the fungus.
Also, fuck Luigi in this scene.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And he's like,
Jump, Mario, it's fine.
oh, no, wait. He's like, he almost gets that redemption arc.
He spends like 5 minutes encouraging him.
Yeah.
And then right before he takes that one step off the edge, he goes, wait, no, what are you doing?
No, wait. Yeah. And then he covers his eyes and he bounces back up and he doesn't try and catch it.
Yeah, the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And of course, the sound effects right out of Looney Tunes. Incredible. Like from the opening narration, all the way to the end of the movie, there was just some very cartoony.
It's weird.
There was a handful of like sound bites from the game, in like the security cam footage. They would have like some.
I heard like coins.
Yeah.
I heard him jumping around. I heard all that shit.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, it wasn't placed very well. Like it would just be there in the background, but have no source.
We watched a Looney Tunes movie earlier today.
Oh, did you?
In my class, because I work at a school.
Okay.
And I swear that they used the same sounds as in Looney Tunes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being connected somehow. Like somebody knew somebody at the Looney Tunes sound effects
Looney
department.
Tunes is canon with everything.
That must have been the one thing Koopa heard when he was running around Brooklyn in 20 years in the past. Looney Tunes. I gotta get on that shit. Quick, make all the noises Looney Tunes. I said now, damn it.
I love it.
There's the return to the pizza gag.
Yeah.
Just for no reason, somebody's like, "Hey, Koopa, your pizza's here."
In the most climactic moment, the pizza has arrived.
Yeah. The Goombas are assembling. Lena has completed her character arc and has completed the meteorite. And so the Koopas and the Goombas, all of them, decide that they need to now take over the world. Let's see what we got. Oh wait, excuse me. Before that, we have that excellent sliding down the ice pipe sequence where Mario finds his girlfriend who's been stolen
with all the other
all
the other girls.
All
like
of them.
So the other
They
Brooklyn
tried like
girls.
6 times, I think.
Yeah. They don't have names. They're literally Brooklyn girls 1 through 3.
Oh my god.
One just constantly has a cigarette in her hand. Another one is a rival to Super Italian.
Oh my god. They're all so stereotypical.
Oh my god, it was very painful.
Yeah.
In the best way.
That slide. Oh my god. How long do you think that slide actually was?
Oh, I'm willing to bet maybe like 20 feet that they just kept recycling and adding turns to.
That would make you sick.
How many times you got to go through that same slide over and over again?
And imagine the guys, because they're getting chased by Goombas.
Oh my god.
Who get knocked off one by one and eventually start sliding on one another. You gotta wonder, like,
being in that costume.
They're the heroes, folks. Them and the practical effects department.
They may look ugly, but they are heroes.
They are heroes. They're the real heroes this movie deserves. We have that epic showdown between Mario and Koopa, where he starts to like devolve him with the gun. I think am I going a little far? Might be going a little far.
No, it's whatever.
Yeah, he's gonna trick him with the shoelace. But they inadvertently inspire the Avengers Infinity War ending, and they start to do like 1993 particle effects and just like slowly start to dissolve. And
that was the future back then. This was a trip.
Yeah, no, this was beautiful. This is what you got stoned to and watched.
I mean, Yoshi looked pretty decent.
Yeah, dude, Yoshi really looked good. They all the practical effects. Are you shaking your head no?
Don't. Yoshi looks so dumb. It's like
for 1993.
For 1993,
and the same year that
Jurassic Park came out. I don't know, man.
I
look at Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and I'm like, why didn't they just go that route with this movie? Why didn't they go that route? It could have worked.
It could have, but at the same
Yoshi animated.
At the same time, like that was even at that time, it was still new technology, so it probably was a little bit
too advanced.
A little bit too advanced.
Couldn't even put shoes on him.
Yeah, they had to do everything practical, and they had to make it look good. Damn it! No matter how many bones of their actors they broke.
Fine.
She stabbed that poor Yoshi.
Oh yeah, what a bitch. Yeah, Lena was entirely unredeemable at that point.
Yeah,
I was like done with that bitch.
Yeah, she gets what she deserves in the end, though. So we're brought back to Earth, and Koopa de-evolves the skin.
It was like a reporter.
Scapelli.
He gets one of the Scapelli brothers.
The main dude.
I think I started dozing off at that point.
Turns him into a monkey.
How?
I don't know.
This movie is high octane.
I was just like, I was doing something, and then I looked up, and it was a monkey, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I think Lorenzo had come home at that point.
Yeah, so we were watching in the living room, so
Yeah.
we had people walking in and out. And then so straight up, there's a sequence where they are coming back, and like the Twin Towers show up for like a split second,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of my American pride came in. I was just
That scene did not age well.
No, it's the one thing about the movie visually that didn't age well.
Oh,
No,
God.
yeah.
Maybe that's why it's no longer in circulation.
That could be.
That could be.
That's another fun fact here, folks. If you wanted to join us on this weird little adventure we took, you can't find it on Amazon. You
Yeah.
can't find it on Netflix. I went to go look for it on Hulu. It's not on Hulu. It's you can find it on streaming cable services, but you can't find it on like streaming apps,
Yeah.
which is interesting. Let's see. Toad comes back as a Goomba, and basically is the diversion for the Goomba army, and basically convinces them to all start dancing with this sweet, sweet harmonica solo, which I'm hoping our newfound hero of the podcast was like, hey, can we give him the harmonica for the rest of the movie?
Oh my God.
That would be great. That'd be so great.
He was the one.
He's the again, yet a hero. Yeah, they have the super scopes that they are able to turn Bowser into goop.
They didn't even try to cover those things up.
It's like painted a different shade of like gray,
Yeah.
and it's got like I think it had like one add-on to it that was entirely unnecessary.
It was so strange.
They zap them, they turn them into goop.
Yum. Dude. What the
And immediately upon being killed, everyone starts taking down the Koopa propaganda.
Oh, yeah.
They had the paint ready to
All
go.
ready to go. They were covering his face. There are people ripping down with the system, down with the regime.
Captain Mushroom,
Captain Mushroom
King Mushroom
comes back immediately.
de-evolves himself.
Yeah,
He probably could have done it the entire movie.
He evolves.
Yeah, he
He
evolves.
evolves. Yeah.
He evolves into his human form,
And that's it.
and then that's how The Last of Us is made.
That's how we see him.
Yeah, he shows up. Love those brothers, and that's the last we ever.
Which is
see.
that's another example of like, I love those Mario brothers because they keep coming back. They don't remember, but they keep coming back.
What are you talking? He was there the whole time. He was the fungus.
He was the
Yeah,
He was all over town.
Whatever.
He was everywhere. He was
By the
helping
way,
them.
just as a side note, you can buy the DVD for Super Mario Brothers for $3.99, or the Blu-ray
There's a Blu-ray.
for $37.99.
Dude, I might drop the 37 to get the Bluray. Are you kidding me?
It's a Super Mario Bros. Non-USA format. Regulation
Oh, so it's a
B,
PAL version.
UK.
Oh, I could buy it, but I couldn't watch
Look
it.
at that cover.
Oh man. Okay, so the cover is like this hyper blue background.
It's like
And-
Men in Black.
Yeah, and it's the Mario brothers connecting as an M, but it just looks so atrocious
With plungers.
with plungers. They got the plungers.
That's great. But yeah. So Captain King Mushroom re-evolves himself, and what else happens?
because he can do that.
Everyone's cheering. It's a happy moment
Yeah.
in
Peach.
Dino City.
Yeah. Dinohattan.
Dinohattan.
That's what it is. Where am I? Oh no, notes. Who did that?
My
We're
bad.
falling apart.
Oh no.
We got that heartfelt goodbye between Daisy and Luigi.
I'll come back for you.
That whole moment of acting, maybe possibly.
Really launched John Leguizamo's career.
Yeah, it's
At
that scene.
Sid in Ice Age.
It's in his film reel to this day.
Yeah.
Where are we? I have here the did Mario, because they appear on the TV show that Luigi is apparently obsessed with. And they're shown with a Goomba. Did they bring a Goomba with them? Is Toad with them at the end of the movie?
I have no idea.
Because it shows them on TV coming back into the excavation site.
I feel like they were filming the whole time when they had come back to
Yeah,
actual Manhattan.
I guess it would make sense.
Yeah. It's so bizarre, though.
Yeah, it's the whole movie itself.
I don't
is
think
bizarre.
they have the Goomba.
No, he's not. He's not working like a hot dog cart.
No.
1993 Brooklyn.
By the way, the harmonica is like amazing.
Yeah,
Because even when he's on fire, like
It's still
it's still playing. It's great.
Oh, God.
But yeah.
And then we get that we advance in time 3 weeks later, and we're introduced to the plot bait for the sequel.
Plot bait. I
Plot
like that.
bait.
Sarah Connor Daisy comes in.
She's got beat up clothes. That's how you know things are bad.
She's got grenades.
Dude, she's got
all over her.
I'm fairly certain those are bullet bills.
Oh yeah.
That would be dope. If they're not, they should be. All right, let's go time travel. Let's go make the Mario Brothers movie.
We should.
So, with that in mind, how did you guys have any ending thoughts about this movie? Anything?
I haven't seen this movie since I was a small child, and wow, was I wrong? I think I liked that movie at one point, and now I can't speak. I have no words for this movie. It is just, it's honestly like as a gamer, like as someone who's played these games, you know, who plays a lot of video games, especially John Leguizamo's like little line like, I've been sitting on my butt playing video games. Yeah,
that's how I know
like
how
Mario's
to
like, how do you know how to
navigate
do
this
this stuff? He's like, I'm sitting on my butt playing video games all day. I was like, this entire movie was that line of like the directors and the producers just spitting in my face and being like, here's your fucking Mario movie. You suck. Like, that's all I got from this movie was like, I hated it. I did not like this movie. There were some funny like lines. I like John Leguizamo a little bit now that I've seen John Wick. I used to not really like him as much.
Well, I mean, up until John Wick, he wasn't really doing too much.
Ice Age.
He wasn't really doing too much.
But this is just like, I'm just shocked
that this movie exists.
That it exists, and I now realize why it's not on every streaming site.
Yeah.
No one's grabbing for it, you know?
Yeah.
That's just me.
Well, I mean, this was the movie that kind of put Nintendo in front of any kind of marketing for any kind of feature film, because after this, Nintendo kind of put their foot down. They put an embargo down that basically stated that you can't make American Nintendo movies anymore after this bombastic bastardization. They and it wasn't until like a couple of years ago when we got the Castlevania series that they decided, you know what, maybe we'll do something more with these Netflix guys. They seem to be pretty on the ball.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to expect, honestly.
Yeah.
This movie definitely was an abomination.
Yeah, it was.
It was bad.
Yeah, it's amazing that it got made, and to its credit, there are some things that you can take away as a positive, like the practical effects, which I will always praise. Those were great.
Well, let's take away the Mario storyline.
Yeah,
and bring in a generic, weird kind of sci-fi 80s, late 80s, early 90s movie, and just kind of like a cheap B movie. Do you think it would have still been as bad?
I think without the Mario label on it, it might have been a little better. Like, they obviously would have needed to change some shit around. Like, obviously there wouldn't be dinosaurs. They would need to be like aliens or something. But you'd have to do a little bit of rewriting. But I think you could probably pull something out of this that's a little bit more memorable than terrible.
Yeah.
Splitting from 80s and 90s. Because we're saying like 80s, 90s. I want to split that. Because without Mario, you know, in general, I didn't want the movie at all. Like, but without Mario, I think it's too late. Like, especially in 93, like things are starting to like change in that kind of realm. It was too much an 80s movie, like early 80s.
I mean, that's the thing though. Like, a lot of people look at stuff and they're like, oh, that's totally 80s. And it was in the 90s. A lot of stuff. And they're like, oh, that was totally 70s. That was in the 80s, dog. Yeah. Like, it's weird how like those things overlapped so heavily. Like a lot of the stuff we think of as 80s is like 86, 85 and
I could see that.
You know? But I think 93 was like right at the end of that 80s era, you know, like before we really started to see, you know, the weird like brink 90s, you know. That was so like 98, 99 into the 2000s. It blended so well.
I feel like it wouldn't have worked with it didn't work with the Mario thing. I don't think it would have worked without it. Just because the storyline itself, it's like,
I just think there's too many ham-fisted Nintendo things in there.
yeah.
You know?
Definitely that.
And it's too thick of a plot. Like, it felt too fast, honestly. Even though we were watching that movie, it's an hour and 40 minutes or whatever.
It blows right on by.
That story is
Imagine
super
seeing
dense.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger getting thrown around in that prison without the Mario label on it.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, I think
that's an action movie from the 80s. That's
100%.
That's a B movie.
Which is why I'm like, I think it might have been able to pull itself off. You know, they got the evil dictator that they take down at the end of the movie. You just don't call him Koopa.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger was in a movie like that.
And probably Demolition Man.
It was
Blade Runner? No. Sorry.
No. It was
Blade Runner's obviously not.
he gets in the fucking chair and they like mess with his head.
Yeah.
It's like
oh, come on now. He's on Mars.
Total
yeah.
Recall?
Total Recall. That's the
Recall.
one. Thank you very much.
Same concept.
I'm the movie guy, remember?
The Running Man.
That was the other one I was looking for. God, you know. Damn it! This is the fish show now.
Ah.
He's the movie man.
This movie sucks.
He's the one who movies.
This movie is dumb. Don't watch it.
No,
you definitely watch
honestly,
Watch it. Sorry.
give it one solid view, and then
it. If for whatever reason you haven't seen it
Show
yet.
your children.
show your children.
You like Mario, huh?
Yeah. Let me show you my introduction to Mario. It's a dark place.
Yeah, watch this movie before a good one comes out, because there is
it-
one in the making.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of Nintendo stuff in the making, but that's another podcast entirely.
Yeah.
So I think that at the end of the day, I like that this movie is so bad, but I'm also in a very weird niche market where like bad is good sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
There's entertainment value in the terribleness, and honestly, we had a podcast made an entire hour.
Yeah.
Of just talking about it. So obviously there's something redeemable about this movie. It's not total it's bad. It is definitely bad, but it's redeemable bad. There's stuff here. There's
fun to hate.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to hate. You can do a bad movie night with this easy. If
That's your first pick, is this movie.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be fun to do something I'm basically calling the creativity dice, which is the most uncreative name I could possibly think of for this portion of the podcast. I have 8 possibilities, and I will roll 1d8 because I am a D&D nerd and no other dice. And we basically will go off of one of 8 scenarios, which is reread the script as the guest chooses. So we can find a bit of the script online. We'll record it later.
Yes.
Draw the poster of the movie
Luigi.
and make it better. And then we'll post it up on the Instagram. And
Are we all drawing it together or
we'll
individually?
all, we'll all do different ones.
Oh, okay.
It'd be fun to just kind of have like a little album to cycle through. Recast the movie. Damn it, Billy.
God damn it, Billy.
Billy just texted me as I'm trying to read through this. Make a non-lethal drinking game about the movie.
Wait, what was the previous one?
The previous one was recast the movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we'll have to go through like 1993 actors. That might be fun. Make a non-lethal drinking game about the movie. Make up a non-pornographic parody title, not already in existence. Roll a D&D character sheet based off of one of the characters from the movie. Make up a theme song for the movie. Or the 8th is make a PowerPoint presentation pitch that probably got this movie made.
Oh my God.
You guys ready?
Sure, man.
All right.
Let's make it happen.
4.
That's a 4. What was that one again?
The
Put my phone down.
It-
Is make a non-lethal drinking game up about the movie.
Easy.
Okay, so we can't. Your goal is to not kill the
Not
kill
kill him?
participant.
Okay, so every time one of the Looney Tunes sound effects plays, take a shot.
I said not kill him.
Every time you see a fireball. No, every time there's sparks on the screen, you have to take a shot.
Oh my god, there's gonna be a point. Yeah, I don't think it would kill them, but yeah, I think you're on.
It'd be close. It'd be like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you'd call out of work the next day and the day after. Every time Bob Hoskins as Mario does something particularly unheroic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It
Like
happens
when he's flipping through the dimensions and stuff, and
Just
it's
like,
just
oh
like
shit.
So like if we were to make a list, it'd be like non-heroic deeds from Mario.
Non-heroic deeds from
It'd
Mario.
be Sparks.
Non-aerobic.
Aerobic. It'd be sparks that fly through the screen.
Yeah, that's
What
a
was
good
yours?
Mine was Looney Tunes sound.
Looney
So Looney Tunes
one.
sound.
I think the Sparks is even worse, honestly. They're fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Whenever
There's the desert sequence.
Mario says his name.
Mario.
No, his full name. Sorry. Whenever he says his full name, Mario, because
Luigi Mario.
it happens a while.
It does happen a few times. Let's see. What do we have? One. Every time there's a Nintendo drop of some kind, that it's supposed to reference back to anything else. Maybe
Wow.
drink these. Maybe do beers with these. How's that?
Yeah, that sounds like
a
it'd
little.
probably be
That
better.
sounds a little better. It's still a drinking game, but you'll get good and fucked up, boys.
What is the other faction? The faction. What's the other plumbing company?
Oh, the Scapellis.
Whenever
The Scapelli brothers are on screen.
whenever the Scapellis are on screen, or Mario's very angry at the Scapellis.
Scapellis.
Yeah, no.
Scapelli.
Hang on, I'm gonna make an addendum to that. I'm gonna exit most of that every time Papa Hoskins says Scapelli,
Yeah.
because damn, that is some fine acting there, Papa Hoskins.
Scapelli.
There you go.
Scapelli,
That's perfect.
Dinkelberg.
Oh, that's a great drinking game right
Oh
there.
man,
Oh, whenever the fungus is mentioned.
yeah, the fungus. Blank in the fungus. Believe in the fungus. Trust the fungus.
Yeah,
It's trying to tell us something, Mario.
that's
The fungus, it saved me.
oh god. That's
It's gonna lead me. Trust the fungus.
How about every time pizza is mentioned, or Koopa's
God.
Pizza is mentioned, Danny's gonna make that show for us. He's gonna make us the.
I'm gonna make the Koopa special.
Oh,
Tune
man.
in.
Dude. I would pay you another pizza.
I'm gonna release.
By the way,
No, you gotta make it from scratch, man.
no. I'm telling you, I'm gonna pay you in pizza because that's what I did this time.
Oh
It's gonna
yeah,
work
we had
again.
pizza. It's
I paid
good.
them in pizza for their kindness.
It was delicious. I ate that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I freaking rushed through
Did
it.
you like it?
I did.
Because it's Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut,
Pizza Hut
but
sponsored.
it wasn't pan.
I mean, yeah.
I
was-
straight up told the kid I just wanted a large pep pizza.
Yep, no pan. Pan is weird. I'm gonna say it. It's
I think you're
gross.
Anyway,
We have these.
Yeah, sorry.
every time Iggy and Spike fuck
my
something up.
Yes. So basically, every time Iggy and Spike are on screen, just go ahead and finish a can. Because
Oh my god.
what else we got? Every time Luigi says Daisy,
Or every time Daisy says Luigi.
Daisy, Luigi, then you're just double fisting the entire time.
They won't get past the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
my
Oh
God.
god, and that there's some cringy to this day.
The awkward flirting
The
in the
awkward
beginning.
flirting. Oh god, they're just whole falling in love sequence.
We got a
Just-
van.
We got a van.
We got a-
Please get in the van.
You eat food, right?
6 o'clock.
Fuck you know I conduct
You
photosynthesis.
didn't even ask me to anything.
What?
What?
You want to eat food? You eat food,
He's
right?
befuddling and charming, folks. That's why you like him.
Yeah. And then she's derpy and weird, I guess,
She's
because
just
she was like,
quirky.
"Yeah, sure, let's go get dinner."
I mean, she
Yeah.
was just kind of creeped on by Iggy a few moments earlier, where he
Yeah.
was tiptoeing through the streets of Brooklyn.
God, he was a saint. Luigi was a saint at that point.
Yeah.
Hey, get in our van. We'll take you wherever you want to go.
Put on this blindfold first. Mario takes a dark turn.
You're an archaeologist? That's so cool. I love what you do. It's so interesting.
You want to go to my dig site?
I don't know what you're doing tonight, but can I walk you home?
Yeah, assholes kind of expecting that.
And okay. So I guess with that, there was that sequence with where he's like, "You ain't got parents either. You don't have a mom and dad. It's just like, you fucking asshole. You're an orphan too.
You don't know I'm mom either.
You know how this question feels, dick."
Wow, no parents, huh?
Yeah. Did they get run over by a truck too?
Do you like to be reminded of your no parents?
Were you
delivered by a
Orphans.
stork? No, it was delivered by a piece of sci-fi tech and an egg.
Yeah, like the fucking Krypton pod
Those nuns.
with the super gem planet on the front of it.
Yeah,
And the nuns are like, "Yes, we will take this offering from Jesus."
let's get one more rule and we'll call it a podcast there.
Let's see.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah.
Trying to think, man. It's hard.
Yeah, I'm just staring at you. I'm like,
I'm
trying to fire.
Devolution.
Yeah. Every time a Goomba is on screen.
Oh.
There you go.
What about that army of Goombas?
No, you just for the exception of the army of Goombas, you only take the one swig. You don't have to.
Every time a Goomba smiles at the camera.
Or just makes a goofy fucking
Goofy,
face.
ugly face.
Yeah. Just
Those snake Goombas actually kind of remind me of shit.
I want to know if those things were reused in a movie somewhere.
Yeah, I know, right? They remind me of two things. They remind I don't know why they're not snakes, but like they're like the skinny dinosaur head ones.
Yeah.
They remind me of the Fifth Element guys a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
The aliens from there. And then I don't know if you remember in episode 1 Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
one of the pod racers. Like he
yeah,
looks like an alligator man.
Long helmet.
Yeah. Well, no, different guy.
Oh, okay.
He looks like a gator. He's got the goggles, and then
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
he gives a
then
crash, he's like, and then he
Yeah,
dies.
so Bulba throws like a wrench in his.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I fucking forgot his name. Shit.
Just Goomba. Every time a Goomba's on
Every
screen.
time a Goomba is on screen.
Do they just run out of Goomba heads, so they use skinny lizard heads, or is that?
guess.
I think they just wanted to
intentional?
like add variety, so they didn't act
When
the same, which
It's like
is
a general term.
freaking dumb for Goombas.
Goombas all look the same.
Yep.
There was no, even the big Goombas.
Racist.
Sorry, my bad.
Fucking Goomba.
I should be more stupid Goomba. Use that as an insult. It's great.
Stupid Goomba.
Yeah, I guess whenever you see a Goomba on screen,
Yeah.
and then like you can write that down and then just post it on bonus commentary.
I'm going
the
to.
drinking game.
I'm looking forward to it.
There you go.
So I would just want to go ahead and take this moment to thank Danny and Fish for being genuinely awesome guests
No
and
problem.
helping me out with this first episode.
You're
Guys, where
welcome.
can they listen to your voices?
Well, we have a couple podcasts. We have, of course, EZXP podcast,
Mm-hmm.
which Fish and I are on,
Mm-hmm.
and we talk about games as best as we can. Also, part of the network is entitled Mixtape, which we delve into different music topics and pretty much what we're listening to in the month and stuff like that.
Mm.
We're actually going to be doing the history of punk soon.
Ooh,
With
that sounds fun.
shout out to Brantley, he's going to be on that one.
Hey.
But it's gonna be fun, and EZXP, Untitled Mixtape. Fish and I do like Patreon stuff, like Lazy XP,
Mhm.
which is just us talking general anything,
Awesome.
anything comes
And you
out.
guys both stream.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we both stream.
Where,
You,
can,
Derek,
where can
yeah.
they find you?
Twitch.tv/bulldozerdanko. I
Awesome.
play games that I haven't beaten as
Fair
a child or at all, actually.
I mean, that's generally a good way to play games. Is play games you haven't beaten.
Yeah, pretty much. And I guess we have a community right there too. It's like you, me, and then you. Like I am the one who nerds.
Hey,
That is your Twitch.
That is my Twitch
You better
handle.
plug that.
I was
So
gonna,
you
but
better.
you beat me to it.
But yeah, it's
That maker's mark is making you a little aggressive there, Danny.
no, it's fine. I'm fine. But but
Fish
yeah,
just casually.
that's the
brought his
network.
glass over.
You've had enough.
That's the network, and we have
Cut
of
off.
course bonus commentary finally
Hey,
joining
back,
the ranks.
back at it, trying
Back at it
again.
Yeah. So yeah.
Working
So-
on it.
Yeah, we're again very much in that spirit. It's being worked on. I want to try and do an episode every month.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what my next movie is going to be, but I will make sure to let you guys know on all of my social platforms, which include Facebook, Instagram, and I'm gonna put this all up on YouTube, I think. So we'll figure that out.
Are you
Give
open
you-
to suggestions from
Absolutely.
the audience?
Absolutely. I'd love to hear from from all 5 of you guys out there. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'll see if I can grab it. It can be something you're super excited about. It could be something super rare and avant-garde, and I'll tear it apart with a guest. Was it
Time Bandits.
Time Bandits?
Time Bandits.
I'll look into it.
Hell yeah.
Fish is shaking his head no.
Shout out to Time Bandits.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I'll look into Time Bandits. But I do know at some point I want to do a Godzilla movie with somebody who's never seen a movie seen him before. So I gotta go find somebody. That'd be great. I want to do that before King of the Monsters comes out. That'd be dope. So look forward to those, whatever Time Bandits is, and a Godzilla movie. So there's my 2-month plan. going at it a month at a time. But that's all we got the time to speak and make up word sentences for. Fuck that one up real good.
It's all good.
Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Peace.